Using natural light effectively is a cornerstone of photography, allowing photographers to create stunning, professional-quality images without relying on artificial lighting setups. By understanding how to harness the qualities of natural light, photographers can enhance the mood, texture, and depth of their images. Below is a detailed explanation of how to use natural light effectively, focusing on the golden hour, managing harsh midday light, and leveraging overcast conditions, as well as practical tips for each scenario. 1. Shooting during the golden hour. The golden hour, which occurs shortly after sunrise or before sunset, is widely regarded as the best time for photography due to its soft, warm, and diffused light. Here's why it's so effective and how to make the most of it. Why it works. During the golden hour, the sun is low on the horizon, creating a warm, golden hue, typically with color temperatures around 2000 to 3500 K. The light is soft because it passes through more of the atmosphere, scattering harsh rays and reducing contrast. This results in flattering, even illumination with long, soft shadows that add depth and dimension to subjects. Best uses. Golden hour light is ideal for portraits, landscapes, and even macro photography. For portraits, the warm tones enhance skin complexions, and the soft light minimizes harsh shadows. For landscapes, the angled light highlights textures like rolling hills or tree bark, creating dramatic and inviting scenes. Tips for shooting. Plan ahead. Use apps like PhotoPills or Sun Surveyor to determine exact sunrise and sunset times for your location. Arrive early to scout your spot and set up. Position your subject. Place your subject facing the sun for a warm glow, or use backlighting for a dreamy halo effect. Adjust exposure to avoid silhouetting unless intentional. Use lens flares creatively. The low sun can create beautiful lens flares. Experiment with different angles to incorporate or avoid them. White balance. Set your camera's white balance to cloudy or shade, around 6000 to 7000 K, to enhance the warm tones, or shoot in RAW to adjust later. Examples. For a portrait, position your subject with the sun behind them, and slightly to one side for a glowing rim light. For landscapes, capture the golden light illuminating rolling fields or mountains to emphasize texture. 2. Avoiding harsh midday sun. The midday sun, typically between 10 a.m. and 4 p.m., produces harsh, direct light with high contrast and deep shadows, which can be unflattering for most subjects. However, with the right techniques, photographers can still achieve great results. Why it's challenging. Midday light comes from directly overhead, creating strong shadows under eyes, noses, and chins in portraits, and flattening landscapes by reducing texture visibility. The light is also cooler, around 5500 K, which can feel stark. Solutions. Seek shade. Move your subject into open shade, such as under a tree, building, or canopy. Open shade provides soft, even light without the harshness of direct sun. Ensure the shade is open, not too dark, by positioning near an edge where light still spills in. Use reflectors. Reflectors bounce light back onto your subject to fill in shadows and create a more balanced exposure. A white or silver reflector adds neutral or bright light, while a gold reflector adds warmth. Position the reflector opposite the main light source, e.g., below the subject's face for portraits. Diffusers. Hold or mount a translucent diffuser, like a scrim or a 5-in-1 reflector's diffusion panel, between the sun and your subject to soften the light. This mimics the effect of cloud cover, reducing contrast and creating a more flattering look. Modify your angle. Shoot from angles that minimize harsh shadows. For example, tilt a portrait subject's face slightly upward to reduce under-eye shadows. Or for landscapes, find angles where the light creates interesting patterns rather than flat illumination. Tips for shooting. Exposure settings. Use a lower ISO, e.g. 100-200, and faster shutter speeds, e.g. 1:500 or faster, to handle bright midday light. A neutral density (ND) filter can help if the scene is too bright. Polarizing filters. For landscapes, a polarizing filter can reduce glare and enhance sky contrast, making midday shots more vibrant. Examples. For a portrait, place your subject under a tree with a reflector to bounce light onto their face. For landscapes, use a polarizing filter to deepen blue skies and shoot scenes with strong lines or textures that benefit from high contrast. 3. Leveraging overcast days. Overcast days, where clouds diffuse sunlight, provide soft, even lighting that's ideal for many types of photography. This natural softbox effect eliminates harsh shadows and creates a flattering, low-contrast look. Why it works. Clouds act as a giant diffuser, scattering sunlight evenly across the scene. This reduces contrast, softens shadows, and provides consistent illumination, making it easier to capture details in both highlights and shadows. The light is cooler, around 6,000 to 8,000 K, but balanced. Best uses. Overcast light is perfect for portraits, as it flatters skin tones and reduces the need for additional modifiers. It's also great for landscapes, macro photography, and product shots, where even light highlights details without harsh highlights. Tips for shooting. Maximize detail. Use a wider aperture, e.g. f2.8, f5.6, to let in more light and create a shallow depth of field for portraits or macro shots. For landscapes, use a smaller aperture, e.g. f8, f16, for greater depth. Boost colors. Overcast light can sometimes make colors appear muted. Increase your camera's saturation or vibrance slightly, or shoot in RAW to enhance colors in post-processing. Avoid flatness. While overcast light is soft, it can sometimes feel too flat. Add visual interest by including bold compositions, textures, or contrasting colors in your frame. White balance. Set white balance to cloudy or manually adjust to around 6,000–6,500 K to avoid overly cool tones. Examples. For portraits, shoot in an open field on an overcast day to capture soft, even skin tones without reflectors. For landscapes, focus on scenes with vibrant greens or colorful elements, as the diffused light enhances natural hues. Additional tips for using natural light. Understand direction of light. The direction of light, front, side, or back, dramatically affects your image. Front lighting is flattering for portraits. Side lighting adds drama and texture, and backlighting creates silhouettes or glowing effects. Experiment with your subject's position relative to the light source. Use the environment. Natural reflectors like white walls, sand, or water can bounce light onto your subject. Similarly, use natural frames like trees or windows to direct light creatively. Adapt to conditions. Weather and light change quickly. Be prepared to adjust your settings or reposition your subject as clouds move or the sun shifts. Post-processing. Natural light photography often benefits from light editing. Use tools like Adobe Lightroom to enhance contrast, adjust white balance, or recover details in highlights and shadows. Call to action. If you found these tips helpful, be sure to subscribe to our channel for more photography tutorials and creative inspiration. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Leave a comment below with your favorite natural light photography tip, or let us know what you'd like to learn next. By mastering these natural light techniques, photographers can elevate their work, whether shooting portraits, landscapes, or anything in between. Practice during golden hour, experiment with shade and reflectors, and embrace overcast days to unlock the full potential of natural light.